Welcome, friends. If you're just joining us, please put your name and where you're from in the chat box. I would love to see who's here to play today. We are going to get started in just a moment here. All right, let me go ahead and get my video going, and we're going to go ahead and rock it here. Again, if you could keep your video off during the live stream, that would be great. Hi, friends. It's Macaya. I'm so excited to see you all here. I see Kathleen, Joy, Michelle, Maureen, Sharon, Annie, Kalish, Heather, Stefan, and Laura. And it looks like it's somebody's birthday. It's Stefan's birthday. Hi, Stefan. I'm so glad you chose to spend your birthday with me and us. What an amazing gift to receive these healing energies on your birthday here. See Marcia, Mark, Sandra, Danielle, Susie, Mickey, Teresa, Annie, Woofle, Stacy, Marcia, another Michelle. Yay. An abundance of glorious people. And Maureen, it was your birthday yesterday. Beautiful, friend. Yay. It's also a full moon tonight, which will enhance even more the power of what we're creating here today. All right, give me just a moment to get the recording started. We'll go ahead and rock it here. Welcome, friends, to the 5D Accelerated Light Shamanic Healing Journey. My name is Macaya Miracle. I'm the co-creator of Accelerated Light Healing. I'm super excited to play with you today. The 5D energies are so beautiful, so amazing, so high vibrational. They just lift you up, and it's a place that you can live from. And the more and more you spend time in these 5D energies, the more and more you start to live in and as those frequencies, and then you just start creating your entire life from that. So I'm excited for you to see what kind of magic we can create today. So in today's live stream, you're going to journey to the 5th dimensional realm to meet your 5th dimensional ascended self. You're going to receive guidance and a direct healing from your 5th dimensional ascended self, and you're going to learn to go into the 5D realm whenever you wish. So it's going to be an amazing live stream. I'm super excited to play. And I'm going to tell you all about me, more about accelerated light healing and what we're going to be doing here today in just a little while. But what I'd like to do to get started is just take a couple minutes, get the healing energies running, get our energies connected. So I invite you to close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and open yourself up to receive. You're doing great. Just keep breathing here.
The departments are trying to get a few more businesses involved before they start handing out the rewards they say so far. They're working with an ice cream shop, pizza parlor, and Joy Park. Well, coming up in sports, here from Eagles head coach Doug Peterson on testing positive for COVID-19.
Plus, the NFL baseball team return to the Dome today. Sam has the highlights next. When you're ready to get back on the road, count on incredible value for Honda. KBB.com's 2020 Best Value Plan. You could get a great deal on a versatile HRV or fun to drive CRV at the Honda Summer Clearance Sale. Contact your Honda dealer today or shop online. Get a great deal on HRV.
All right, beautiful friends. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment. Notice what you're experiencing in your body and your energy. And if you give that feeling a word or two, what would it be? Blissful, joyful, peaceful, Love it. So, today's class again is the 5D Accelerated Shamanic Healing Journey. And why I call this a Shamanic Healing Journey rather than just a healing activation is because we're going to journey to the fifth dimension and connect with your fifth dimensional ascended self today. And this is the version of you, perhaps in the future, but really technically parallel because all time is now, where you are ascended and you live in the five-dimensional realm or higher. And you're going to receive a direct healing from this version of yourself, which knows exactly what you need to continue on your ascension process, your spiritual evolution, your journey, and also to receive some guidance from this version of you that has a broader perspective on the universe and beyond. So I'd like to know just a couple things before we get started. First is just let me know if you can hear me all right. Put in the chat box, yes, I can hear you, if you can. And then the second thing is, what is it that you would like to get out of today's live stream? I'm here to give you what you desire around 5D. So please put that in the chat box, your intention for today's class. So 5D, the fifth dimension, you know, lots of people talk about it, but they don't really talk about what it is. And I find it to be actually very simple. 5D is when you are vibrating at a frequency where you are fully present. Where you are open to infinite receiving and you're experiencing both being and receiving infinite love. Because the fifth dimension is infinite love, it's the realm of infinite love and the infinite now. And it's where the ascended masters live. So anytime you're really being fully present, you are being all those things. You are being and receiving infinite love. And you're open to infinite receiving, because when you're fully present, you're not resisting anything. And that's really the key to 5D is non-resistance, or what we call an accelerated light healing allowance. We're going to talk more about that today. We're going to do some clearings around ascension and resistance and judgment and getting out of resistance and judgment so you can spend more time living in 5D. Right now, you probably oscillate from a place of total presence to back into your head or being triggered or just worrying about the future, not being fully present. And so it's kind of like a roller coaster. And I can imagine, because if you're on this live stream, I know you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, and probably for a long time too. So I can imagine you spend a lot more time being fully present and living in 5D than you used to. And I applaud you for getting there and doing all that work on yourself. It's totally worth it. And we can always keep going higher in that journey. All right, lots of people are chatting what they'd like to get out of today's live stream. Let's see what's coming in here. I would like to bring in more of my gifts. Beautiful. Maureen says, communication with the Ascended Masters. My cat is fully connected to this frequency. Beautiful. Kitties and pets and animals, they love soaking up the accelerated light healing energies. When I had my cats, they were all attuned to accelerated light healing. and they'd always come in during the activations and help channel the energy. Shell says, I would appreciate any help you want to offer for PTSD and grief. Thank you. Yeah, being in the 5D energies kind of melts away old emotional trauma. And we'll talk more about that in a minute here. Anne says, more clarity, joy, and bliss in my life. Yes, that's what 5D is all about. Joy says, being able to hear my guides more clearly, tune into their messages. Beautiful, love it. Maureen says, guidance from the ascended. I wish to hear more by raising my frequency. Beautiful. Sandra says, releasing judgment, raising frequency. Danielle says, my intention is to connect more with the 5D and find a space of trusting the universe is supporting me, connecting me with my gifts, and step into my soul's purpose fully. Yes, I love it. Alice says she'd like to release overwhelm and the belief that she can't support herself with her gifts, even though she is also sure that she can. Yes, totally. That's a journey in and of itself, for sure. Merging with my higher self, releasing resistance, boosting my gifts, being able to live in a 5D state more consistently and easily. Beautiful. Be more present, trust my own power, trust and believe, hold the space of love and light consistently, and step into 5D with my higher self. Yes. Cherry says, I find I do not acknowledge all my emotions. I stuff them to get through the day, and I need to be more present. Beautiful. Being in the 5D realm really can help with that. And so let's talk about that right now. In the 5th dimensional realm, you don't function from emotions. Infinite beings don't function from emotions. It's not that they don't have them. That's not what I said. But they don't function from them or identify with them. You can't function from or identify with your emotions and be in the 5D at the same time. It's too low of a vibration. Same with thoughts and the mind and thinking. You can't be thinking and calculating and be in 5D at the same time. It's not possible. It's too low of a vibration. Infinite beings don't function from thinking. So what 3D humans function from is thoughts, feelings, doing, and not receiving. But what infinite beings function from, or ascended humans, they function from awareness, perceiving, being, and receiving. And so we're stepping from thinking into awareness. So instead of trying to calculate with your mind and figure everything out, which is really stressful, we're moving from thinking to awareness, which is your intuition. And awareness is just a light vibration of, wow, I'm aware of this. It's no different than you look at the wall of whatever room you're in and you notice the color. Right now I'm in a room with white walls. You don't think about that. You don't try to figure it out. You don't calculate it. You look and you're aware, wow, there's a white wall. That's the light vibration of your awareness. And when you function more from that place, you know what to do, where to go, where to be, who to spend time with, what to do, and what to create in every moment to continue staying on the ever-expanding path of infinite bliss. So Moving from thinking to awareness. The next one is emotions to perceiving. And what this means is, instead of functioning from emotions, which is this dense vibration of identifying with the human experience, which is not you. You're an infinite being. We're moving to perceiving, or again, being back in awareness, just being aware of the sensations you're experiencing in and around your body. Some people call this being the observer, or one of my teachers calls it being the voyager. Observing your experience rather than identifying with it. And that looks like this. Wow, I'm perceiving sadness right now. Or wow, I'm perceiving anger right now. And then asking the question, what's that about? Or in accelerated light healing, we use the question, what's really going on here? Because when you ask what's really going on here, it kind of bypasses the logical mind and moves you into your awareness. So if you experience yourself and you're like, wow, I'm perceiving myself as being angry right now. Cool. And you ask what's really going on here, you're going to move out of your head into your awareness, and you're gonna see the root of whatever that is, and know the truth of the situation rather than being caught up in the emotion, which could lead to a distorted sense of reality and choosing to take actions that might be destructive to yourself or others or your relationships. So we want to move out of that into awareness or perceiving of the state of being that you're in at that moment. Because emotions aren't bad, they're not wrong. They're just biofeedback sensory information that shows you where you're out of alignment with infinite source. And generally that has to do with holding on to something from the past. So if we can clear out those old beliefs, thoughts, feelings, and emotions, we are no longer attached to the past and those experiences that we had, or the need to be right about something. And then we can move into infinite awareness, which then again brings you straight into total presence and allows you to step back into your 5D state. And we're going to talk about how to clear out your thoughts, feelings, and emotions and beliefs very shortly here. I'm going to teach you how to do that for yourself. We're going to run some clearings to clear your blocks to ascension and being in 5D. And you'll have that tool to use for yourself for the rest of your life, which is a super powerful gift. I use it many times a day. I have been since it came through. All right, so after moving from emotions to perceiving, we move from doing to being. And what's the difference between those? Well, doing is how 3D humans do life, and being is how 5D humans, we won't say do life, we'll say be. It's just how 5D humans, infinite beings, ascended humans be. And what that's all about is consciously creating your life and your reality. Somebody asked in the chat box earlier, I want to trust that I can make a living from my sharing my spiritual gifts. And part of what that is stepping into a state of being where that is your reality. And so a lot of, you've been trained in this reality to do, to create. You have to do to create, and you have to work really hard and struggle. And if there's no struggle or hard work, there's no value in what you're doing. And that's just absolutely not true. It doesn't mean you don't have to actually take action steps and do some things. But if you do it from a place of being, consciously create, if you're doing, it's more like you are, you know, sorry about that. Lost me for a minute. uh, if you are coming from a place of doing in what it is that you're creating, it's like you're pulling a boulder attached to a rope through a forest. It's really hard and it's heavy and it takes a lot of work. But if you start creating from a place of being where you consciously set your intentions and the energy of what it is that you would like to create in every moment. I'm not talking just about for work, I'm talking about relationships, experiences, even how you would like to feel when you go see a movie or watch a TV show. If you start with an intention of consciously creating that experience and the way you desire to feel and your desired outcome, it's more like you're just on an inner tube in a river and the river is just kind of gloriously pulling you towards your destination. And again, that doesn't mean that there's not action steps to take. There's definitely action steps to take. We are, currently playing in a physical reality. So there are action steps to take, but they're so much easier. You're supported by the energy, and not only the energy, but then your spirit guides, angels, archangels, ascended masters, your entire healing team are supporting you, and you're just kind of receiving the information, and your body just kind of knows what to do. And maybe you've experienced this. Maybe you've, gotten into a trance while you were cleaning. Maybe at the beginning you're like, I don't really want to do this, but then after a little while you're just in this trance and you're like, okay, pick that up, pick that up, pick that up, watch this, and you're just doing all this stuff so quickly, faster than your mind could comprehend. That's one of those ways of being in a state of being that can show up in your life. And once you start applying that to every area of your life, then you are consciously creating your reality. When you combine consciously creating your reality with living in a state of infinite awareness, that's where the magic is, because you get to keep choosing, being aware of which paths and which choices are going to create the greatest expansion for you, and then consciously creating your life in the directions that you desire to go, that your spirit, that your soul desires to go in. Right. And then after moving from doing to state of being, the last one is moving from not receiving, which is 3D humans' default pattern, to infinite receiving, complete receiving. Again, you've probably been taught from school, your parents, media, TV and movies, that you have to do or you have to deserve, or you have to be of value to receive. And that's just not actually true. As an infinite being, you are everything. So how could you not infinitely receive everything? It's only the things that you resist or you judge or you separate from that you don't allow yourself to receive. And so when you're in a state of being, which again, total presence, a 5-dimensional state, you are automatically in a state of infinite receiving because you're not resisting anything. So everything can come to you easily as if by magic. And so we're going to talk a little bit about allowance and non-resistance in just a moment here. But what I'd like to do next is share a tool with you. If you're brand new to Accelerated Light Healing, welcome. Again, my name is Macaya Miracle. I'm the co-creator of Accelerated Light Healing, which is a system of healing with advanced spiritual and energy tools to change what's not working for you in your life and create your life the way you would like to live it. Accelerated Light Healing has 3 components. The first component is the intuitive counseling component, where we have tools to clear out your limiting beliefs and heavy, dense, like painful emotions like that. And I'm going to teach you in just a moment how to do that. We also have tools to create and manifest what it is you'd like to have in and as your life. The second component of Accelerated Light Healing is the energy healing component. I've been running that on you since before the live stream started, and will continue throughout the entire live stream. And when we get to the third part of Accelerated Light Healing, which is the energetic activation, the healing energies are going to ramp up really high, and you're going to bliss out, and you may or may not fall asleep, but you're not actually falling asleep. It's just that the energies are so high, and you're going to such a super high conscious place that the only way your body knows how to receive these energies is to turn your mind off. I can't tell you how many times people have told me in live classes, Macaya, it was so weird. I could hear every word you were saying, but I could also hear myself snoring. I'm like, yes, great. So we'll be doing energetic activation. Today it's the 5D Accelerated Light Healing Shamanic journey to connect with your 5th dimensional ascended self and receive a healing and guidance from your ascended self. We'll be doing that towards the end of today's live stream. So again, the first part of Accelerated Light Healing is the intuitive counseling component. And we have a tool to clear out your limiting beliefs and heavy, dense, stuck, painful emotions like that. I'm going to teach it to you right now. It's called RICH, R-I-C-H. It stands for Release, Integrate, Clear, and Harmonize. What we're doing is releasing and clearing all the heavy, dense, stuck energies of thoughts, feelings, emotions, lies, stories, limitations, judgments, and conclusions. Releasing and clearing them from your physical body, releasing and clearing them from your energy bodies. Boom, so you're gone and you're no longer affected by them. And the I stands for integrate. So we're integrating any parts and pieces of you that either flew away, that you lost, that you pushed away, or you denied whenever you experienced trauma this lifetime or any other lifetime reality. Those experiences that you've had where you've lost part of yourself or your soul don't allow you to be fully present because you're always trying to avoid that happening in the future. So when we bring those parts of you back and integrate them into now, then you have access to more of your infinite power as an infinite being and more of your infinite self. We're also integrating any awarenesses you're unwilling to be aware of this lifetime or any other lifetime of reality whenever you experience trauma, because as an infinite being, you're infinitely aware of everything past, present, and future. And if you're willing to be that aware, you'd probably never step into a traumatic situation knowingly, right? You probably wouldn't get in your car and drive to the grocery store if you knew you were going to get in a car accident. But why does that happen? Well, it's these places that we're unwilling to be aware that create unconscious situations for us. So when we integrate those awarenesses, it makes it so you don't have to keep repeating the patterns of your life over and over and over again to get those awarenesses in the future. You just, boom, you instantly get them. And then the H in rich stands for harmonize. So we're harmonizing all the energetic bodies and the physical body to vibrate at that new higher level instantly and effortlessly. Because when I started with energy healing, little over 15 years ago, I started with Reiki. And my teacher's like, you're going to get a healing and you're going to feel amazing and you're going to bliss out. Then you're going to get sick for 3 days while your physical body catches up to your new spiritual vibration. I was like, I don't want to get sick. Why would I want to go get healing if I'm just going to get sick afterwards? But those were the quickest tools that we had at the time. And now we can, where consciousness is at on this planet, we can quantumly jump up to that new level of vibration instantaneously. So there's no need for a healing crisis. There's no need to get sick after you receive a healing. And that's with all of accelerated light healing, which just instantly harmonizes with that new higher vibration, both physically and energetically. So you don't have to remember any of that. Just remember Rich is for clearing. And this is how it works. We're going to run a clearing right now. Everywhere you've decided that you can't live in 5D, you don't live in 5D, or that you have to meditate a lot or every day or for 30 years to be ascended or ascend or live in 5D, everything, all that is, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Yeah. And just take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment. Notice what you're experiencing in your body and your energy field. If you could give that feeling a word or two, what would it be? I'm going to run one more tool here, and I'll explain it right after I run it. Reality reset. Yeah. Reality reset, we run after a clearing to, well, literally reset all of reality, but to enhance the effectiveness and the speed of how reality shifts from your clearing, because reality creates itself in every moment. If you're watching this on a computer or a smartphone, something with the screen, and when I move my hand from left to right, it looks like it's a solid stream, but it's not actually a solid screen. Your stream is flickering on and off 60 to 70,000 times a second, and it's redrawing itself each time. So when I'm here, I start to move my hand to the right, it's not a solid stream. It's on, and then it's off. And then when it comes on again, it's a little bit more to the right, and then it's off. And when it comes on again, it's a little bit more to the right, and then it's off. And it just keeps doing that as it shows the stream, kind of like an old style flip book. That's how reality creates itself on a quantum level. Reality just kind of quantumly recreates itself in every moment. So when you run reality reset, reality stops creating itself from everything you cleared and released with Rich, and it starts creating itself from everything you integrated and harmonized with Rich. So change happens really, 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 really fast. All right, and we're going to run a lot more clearings here today. But before I do that, I just want to share with you a couple of easy ways that you can use the clearing tool for yourself. When we use the clearing tool, all we're doing is we're addressing an energy and then clearing it out with Rich. So a couple really simple sentences you can use, simple clearings, are everything I've decided about blank, Rich. Or everything that allows me to be affected by blank, Rich. Or if you're just having a lot of stuff come up for you and you can't even really identify what it is, again, we just have to address the energy and then clear it out with Rich. So you can just say everything that's coming up for me right now, Rich. And then after any of those, just add a reality reset to the end of that. If you want more information and sample clearings on the Rich tool, you can go to my website, beingjoy123.com/Rich. And there's an article and a video of me explaining the tools again. All right. So, what I'd like to talk about is allowance and non-resistance, because that is the key for staying in 5D. I almost said the word maintaining, but it's not about maintaining, because maintaining is a doing. Maintaining implies a striving. It's not a striving, it's just a state of being in 5D, being in the state of allowance. So, what that means is you're not resisting anything. And at the same time, you're choosing what works for you. So let me give you an example. Let me paint a picture for you. There's a river here, okay, beautiful flowing river. Energy wants to flow infinitely like a river all the time. We got this river, it's flowing, and there's a rock here, right in the river, boulder, and it's just sticking up a little bit above the river surface, maybe a lot, doesn't really matter. The water doesn't flow and be like, oh my God, there's a rock, there's a boulder. Ah, I gotta stop. I need to resist it. I need to hide from it. Ah. That doesn't happen. Water doesn't function that way. And neither does energy, except you try to make it function that way. But that's very hard on your body, on your energy, and it's very stressful. We move into the place of non-resistance or allowance. It's like this. Here's the rock in the river. Here's the water. The water's just flowing. Ooh, there's a rock. Beautiful. I'm gonna flow with it, flow on it, and just keep going. Yeah. When it does that, it's pleasurable and blissful. The experience is pleasurable and blissful because it's just flowing with it. Ah, it knows that everything is one. And so it just flows with every experience without resistance. And that creates a lot less stress in your life, a lot more peace. Just allowing those things to go and allowing yourself to flow with everything. Now, that requires a level of non-judgment of everything. Again, we want to be in a state of awareness rather than thinking. Judgment requires a belief combined with an emotional charge. And so when you have judgments coming up, you just instantly rich them. I used to rich myself 200 to 300 times a day when this tool came through, because I wanted to be free of my thoughts, my judgments. I wanted to be able to be in a state of total presence. So I'm walking down the street and I'm like, wow, that person over there looks really weird. Okay. Everywhere I've decided that person looks weird, rich. Okay. Walking down the street, oh my gosh, it's so hot out here. Grr, I wish it wasn't so hot. Everything that is rich. Stuck in traffic. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late. I'm stressing out, I'm freaking out. Okay, everywhere I'm stressed out, I'm freaking out right now, rich. To remove all of those beliefs and all the beliefs underneath the beliefs, it goes all the way to the root of whatever's creating your beliefs and your emotions. So you don't have to do a lot of digging. You can just clear it out, generally from the top level, and release the whole house of cards there. The other thing about the ridge clearing is that it's not an affirmation. It's not something that you have to do 30 times a day for 30 days for it to work. You just run a ridge clearing once and it's gone permanently. If something similar comes up, it just means that there's another aspect of it that you needed to clear out, Just ask what's really going on here, become aware of that, and then clear that out. But really simply is anytime you have a thought or an emotion, you just rich it. 95+% of the time, it'll go away instantaneously. The other 5% of the time, there's something more required to move that energy out. And that generally has something to do with creativity or using the body. So an expression like writing, journaling, dancing, playing music, making art, or doing something physical like breaking plates, or I used to have a block of clay that I would just punch repeatedly to get the physical component of old emotions out. But 95% of the time, Rich will instantly clear all that stuff out for you. So back to allowance. To be in a state of infinite love and infinite receiving and infinite presence requires allowance of everything. Everything gets to exist. Even the things you've decided and judged as bad, wrong, mean, awful, and vicious. Let's take, for example, a big one, war. You've decided that's bad and wrong. But anytime you create a judgment on anything, you're just creating separation. And as an infinite being that is all of infinite consciousness, how could you not be everything? So what it's really more about is it's about being in an allowance, or another word for that would be neutral, having, being neutral about war, coming to a place of neutrality. So that energy can just pass right through you, and you no longer have to be affected by that. When you become neutral about something and allow the energy of whatever it is to pass right through you, that energy can actually energize and excite and turn your body on, rather than create an emotional response and distance and separation, which actually leads to disease down the line. So when you find yourself having an emotional charge around anything, a couple of great ways to practice this is scroll through Facebook or whatever social media that you like to use, and just every time you see a post that triggers you, Rich it. Just say everything that's coming up for me right now, Rich. Or you can go even more intense and turn on the news. Every time you get triggered by something that comes on the news, everything that's coming up for me right now around this, Rich. And reality reset. And the more and more you clear out your emotional triggers, again, the more present you are, the more time you effortlessly spend in 5D. So let's go back to the war example just briefly. Just because you're in allowance of war and you become neutral around it doesn't mean you have to choose it. I'm neutral about war. I don't have a point of view on it. And I know it's something I don't desire to choose. I don't choose to be a part of that. I don't choose to put any energy into it. I choose to put my energy into peace and infinite love and bliss, and creating as much bliss and joy on this planet as possible. That's where I choose to put my energy and choose to vibrate. So you get to be an allowance of everything and then choose what works for you. Destine asked a question in the chat box. Do we have to be in stillness as we say this? No, you don't have to be stillness when you're rich, and you don't have to be in a meditative state. You can do it while you're meditating. In fact, it's very helpful if you're meditating and you have thoughts come up, just rich them, and then you'll go back to having a quiet mind. But no, you can be in whatever state that you desire and run a rich clearing, and it will still work. So yeah, be an allowance of everything, be neutral, and then that allows you to be in a state of infinite receiving because you're not resisting anything. And then that makes every experience you have blissful. Because you're just flowing with everything. All right. Let's run some more clearings around ascension in 5D and allowance. So everywhere you've decided or been told you have to give up all your physical possessions and worldly possessions, worldly pleasures to ascend or be in 5D or to be spiritual. Everything all that is, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Everywhere you decided only Christ or other figures, religious figures can ascend, Buddha, etc., or they're the only ones that have ascended, so that means that you can't, or they're somehow better than you, or you can't do what they did. Everything all that is, and everywhere you locked in all of that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. The ascended masters like Christ and Buddha, they were on this planet to give us an example of how to ascend. They were showing us the way. They were trailblazers. They were showing us the path, a path to get to ascension. There's no one path to ascension. They were showing us an example that, hey, this can easily be done if you just choose to live from a space of infinite love and neutrality. Everything you've decided is bad, wrong, mean, awful, vicious, or even good, right, the way things are supposed to be and the way things are not supposed to be, the way things should be and the way things shouldn't be. Everything all that is, and everywhere you lock in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Another key to living consistently in 5D is stripping away your identity. All the things you have identified yourself as, and all the ways you've defined yourself and who you are and who you aren't and who you have to be and who you can't be, limits your infinite expression as an infinite being. You have infinite potential, infinite possibilities, and from that place, you get to recreate yourself in every moment if you allow yourself to do that. But you can't do that if you're holding on to definitions or pictures of yourself from the past to create your future. It doesn't mean you can't have awarenesses of your preferences of what you'd like to choose and what your soul and your spirit generally likes to choose and your body generally likes to choose. But if you define yourself as those things, it limits what you can actually be and experience in every moment. It limits your experience of infinite. So everywhere, everything you identify with, everywhere you define yourself as, everything you've decided that you can be, you can't be, you should be, you shouldn't be, you will be, you won't be, how you have to act, how you can't act, how you should act, how you shouldn't act, how you have to live, how you can't live, how you should live, how you shouldn't live, and how you have to look, and how you can't look, and how you should look, and how you shouldn't look at any given age. Everything, all that is, and everywhere you've been trying to live up to any and all that, and everywhere you locked any and all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Just breathe with that one. That was a big one. Reality reset. Yeah. The more and more undefined you become, the easier your reality flows, but also the less solid and the less dense your reality becomes. I remember coming home from a consciousness class once to a place that I'd been living in for a couple of years. And I was driving home and I did not recognize the building at all. I did not recognize the road. I didn't leading up to it. I did not recognize the door. I was just like, I knew consciously that this was where I live, but nothing was familiar. It all changed. Because, like I said earlier, reality recreates itself quantumly in every moment. And that reality creates itself based on the states of being you're embodying. And also on a lower level, the things that restrict it or make it dense are your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And so when you clear out your thoughts, feelings, emotions, reality recreates itself at a higher level. And reality really recreated itself to a place where everything seemed very unfamiliar. And so if you ever have the experience of like, wow, things are very unfamiliar and it starts creating some anxiety or some fear in you, that's okay. That's actually you stepping into a higher level of receiving and a higher level of vibration and a higher level of being on this planet. And it's actually just on the other side of that is everything you've been asking for. So if you find that happening, you know, you can rich it, you can start by riching it, but also just breathe through it and be like, wow, this is really intense right now. I'm perceiving some intensity and some intense sensations. And you know what? I'm having it anyways. Because you're literally creating more space in your body and your energy and your world. So everything that won't allow that and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Aha, yeah. Whew. Reality reset. Yes. Anything specific that you would like to have cleared out? If you do, feel free to put that in the chat box. Everywhere you've decided 5D or the fifth dimension is out of reach for you, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. All right, number of things are coming in. Everywhere you decided that lack is real or that you can have lack or you're afraid of lack or you're creating lack in your life rather than being open to receiving infinite abundance, everything all that is, and everywhere you locked any and all of that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Somebody said they'd like to clear out self-sabotage. So that's on a couple levels. We'll run a clearing for that. Everywhere you've decided, let's see, everywhere you sabotage yourself, your life, or what you're trying to create, or the good things in your life, and everywhere you decide you don't deserve the good things in life, and everywhere you decide you don't want to be here on this planet, and everywhere you're not having joy on this planet, so you try to destroy everything that's good in your life, so you have to force yourself to choose to not be here. Everything, all that is, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Ah. Reality reset. All right. Everywhere you doubt your spiritual abilities and your gifts and your intuition and what you have to share with the world, and everywhere you've been told or decided that those things are not valuable or not real, everywhere you're trying to prove or react or disprove any and all of that, everything, all that is, and everywhere you locked any and all of that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Ah, yeah. Reality reset. Everywhere you decided you're not good enough, everything all that is, or you're not enough, or you're too much, and all the evidence you built up that supports that, everything all that is, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Everywhere you don't trust yourself or your awareness or your intuition and all the reasons for that, everybody who told you that you can't, or you can't know things, or you can't know that, in all lifetimes and realities, including this one, everything all that is, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Ah, yeah. Reality reset. I'll check the other chat boxes here. Just give me a moment. There's a few more that comes in. Melissa says, is it true that once full Kundalini has risen, the emotional body disappears? Well, kind of. Not really. What more happens is that you're in such a high vibrational state that your excuse me, get the video back here. You're in such a high vibrational state that you have to flow in allowance with everything. And that includes your emotions, which is to allow your emotions to effortlessly come up and flow out. Again, energy wants to flow infinitely like a river. So, and emotions are only there to show you. They're awareness tools, sensory awareness biofeedback tools to show you where you're not in alignment with infinite source. So if you allow them to just come up, be aware of them, and just ask what's really going on here, so you can be aware of what's creating that, then clear it out, rich whatever's creating that, so you can come back into alignment with infinite source and back into harmony, and then that energy just effortlessly releases. And when your Kundalini is awakened, it's a lot harder to ignore that because the experience is a lot more intense. So you get really good at doing it very quickly. And by the way, if you're new to the term Kundalini, that is a state of being where your chakras, your chakra system, is fully connected and activated all the way from your root chakra at the base of your spine to your crown. Kari asks, what happens if you are processing or picking up other people's emotions? Would Rich work in those situations as well? Yes, totally. Thank you for asking that. If you're an empath or you pick up on other people's emotions, you can easily break that pattern by just asking, whenever you have a feeling, is this mine or is this someone else's? And whichever one feels lighter in your body when you ask that, is this mine or is this someone else's, is what's true. Now, the awesome thing about it is it doesn't matter if it's yours or if it's someone else's. Next step is just the same. So you say, is this mine or someone else's? Is this mine or someone else's? Everything that is rich. And then if it's yours, it clears that emotion, whatever is creating that emotion, out. If it's someone else's that you picked up on, then it clears that emotion, not only from you, but from all the places they're willing to release it, and wherever they got that emotion from, all the places those people are willing to release it from. And it also starts to break the pattern of why and however you took that emotion on unconsciously. So again, is this mine or someone else's? Everything that is rich. And then you can add a reality reset to it also. Very powerful, very powerful tool. One thing I would like to mention about the rich tool is when you run a rich clearing, it runs not only on yourself, but it also runs on all your past lives, which affects all your future lives in this lifetime. It runs on your entire ancestral lineage all the way back to your first family. It runs on everybody that can hear the clearing. It runs on everybody that you're connected with, friends, family, coworkers, lovers, acquaintances, like people you see once in a while, like cashiers at the grocery store. So you're creating a lot of change every time you run a clearing. You're doing good work with it. All right. Well, it's about time to get into the activation here. I'm super excited to go on this accelerated light shamanic healing journey with you into the 5D realm. So if this is your first accelerated light healing experience, again, welcome. If you've been here many times, welcome. I love you all. What's going to happen is in a moment, I'm going to invite you to get comfortable. And you can either lay down or lay back in your chair as long as you can hear me. After the activation, stick around. We're going to do some more mega clearings here to jump you into the next level of your ascension, but that will be coming later. I'm going to lead you through a short expansion exercise. And after that, there's nothing you need to do except just receive. There will be long periods of silence during the activation, and that's where the energies are just doing their thing. And when I may share prompts of when if I start another activation, or ask you to say, I will receive this either out loud or in your head, just to open you to receiving and more powerfully receiving the energies that are coming in. But there'll be lots of silence, and all you have to do is keep breathing and receiving through all of that, and just allow yourself to receive and really bliss out and relax during this experience. All right. So again, what I would like you to do is get comfortable. Either lay back in your chair or lay down as long as you can hear me. Yeah. Once you're there, just take a couple deep breaths and really sink into wherever you're at. That's right. And now, what I'd like you to do is become aware of the energy that surrounds your body. Expand that energy out to the size of the room you're in. Expand that energy out to the size of the building you're in. Expand that energy out to the size of the city block you're on. Expand the energy out to the size of the city you're in. Expand the energy out to the size of the state or province you're in. Yeah. Expand the energy out to the size of the country you're in. Expand energy out to the entire planet. Ah. Now expand energy out to the sides of the solar system. Expand energy out to the sides of the galaxy. Ooh. Expand energy out to the sides of the universe. Ah. Expand energy out to the sides of the universe of universes. Expand that energy all the way out to infinite consciousness. Ah. From this place, just breathe. If you ever find yourself coming in or thinking or contracting at all, just expand yourself all the way out to infinite consciousness again. Yeah. There you go. Right now, we're just bringing in the energies, channeling the energies to allow you to raise your vibration to a place where you can receive the most out of this activation today. You can say, I will receive this either out loud or in your head. All right, now we're going to infuse you in your energy field with fifth dimensional energies, 5D energies. If you'd like to receive this, you can say, I will receive this, either out loud or in your head. Ah. right. What I would like you to do is see a door with the number 5 on it. Open the door. Step into it. Ah. Yes. This is the 5th dimensional realm. Ah. Land of the infinite now, infinite love, where the ascended masters live. Now I'm going to connect you with your ascended 5D self. Yeah, feel that energy. And now what I would like you to do is say either out loud or in your head, I intend to connect with my 5D ascended self. Ah. And now what I'd like you to do is notice either as a seeing, visualizing, or just a feeling of your 5D ascended self coming towards you. As this version of you gets closer, you are filled with so much love and joy and bliss and light. You feel yourself expanding even more. Yes, glorious. So much love, so much light. When you look to your left, you see a massage table. And your 5D ascended self invites you to lay down on this massage table. All around the massage table are beautiful, glowing, healing crystals. Specifically picked and aligned for you. So as you lay down on this table, your 5D ascended self comes just a little bit in front of your head. And asks you, would you like to receive a healing? And if you would, say yes, I will receive this. And as soon as you say yes, I will receive this, your 5D ascended self starts channeling all this glorious energy into you. It activates the crystals with so much light. There's just light pouring off all the crystals, surrounding and enveloping, penetrating you. The light from your 5D ascended self is penetrating every part of your body and being. All the way from your head down to your feet. Now your 5D ascended self just takes takes over the healing, goes where it wants to go, channels energy to exactly where you need it to heal any pain, to help you release any emotional density, any old thoughts or beliefs or patterns. Just say, I will receive all of this, either out loud or in your head. If you have any specific areas of pain or emotions that you would like to release, just point to them with your consciousness, not with your finger, but with your consciousness. Just point to those areas of pain or emotions and allow your 5D ascended self to heal them. You can also breathe into those areas in your body and allow the light to move all that energy out. Keep breathing, you're doing amazing. Again, if you're noticing there are any areas of tension in your body, with your consciousness, point to them so they can be healed, and just breathe into them so that energy can easily move out. Right now, your 5D ascended self is going to ramp up the energies, so open yourself up to receive even more. Ah. Yeah. Keep breathing. You're doing great. All right. Now your 5D Ascended Self is open to receive questions that you would like to receive guidance on. So if you have a question for your 5D Ascended Self, their consciousness, you can ask it now. If you don't have one come to mind, you can ask something like, how can I open and activate even more of my spiritual gifts? What do I need to know about my why I'm here on this planet? What do I need to know to heal blank? And whatever else that you would like to ask it. And allow yourself to receive the awarenesses from your 5D ascended self in whatever way they come. They may come in words or pictures or colors or symbols or maybe even just the feeling. However you receive it is totally okay. Just know that that energy is integrated into you, and you will consciously become aware of all of that as that energy flows through your energy field when it's time for you to consciously be aware of it. Everything that would allow you to receive these awarenesses easily as if by magic, rich. Ah, yeah. Reset. You can continue asking your 5D ascended self more questions if you have them. We're going to be in this state for about 2 more minutes. So if you have any more questions for your 5D ascended self, you may ask it now. Yay. What I'd like you to do is thank your 5D ascended self Thank you for all this guidance and healing, for always being with you and all the guidance and healing that it always provides for you. Thank you now. And before you leave, your 5D ascended self whispers one word in your ear that will contribute to the expansion of your ascension path. Ah, yes. Thank you. All right. Now I'm going to enhance your connect. What I would like you to do is find the door with the number 5 on it. Step out of the door. Ah, yes. Close it behind you. Ah, beautiful. And now what I'm going to do is enhance your connection to infinite source in the earth. Ah. And what I'd like you to do now is breathe energy from the earth, up your feet, up your entire body, and out your head, all the way up to infinite source. Ah. Do that 2 more times. Energy from the earth, up your feet, up your entire body, and out your head, all the way up to infinite source. Yeah. Once more. Yeah. Now I'd like you to breathe energy from infinite source into the top of your head, down your entire body, and out your feet into the earth. And do that 2 more times. Once more. I'd like you to breathe energy from the earth, up your feet, up your entire body, and out your head, all the way up to infinite source. Yeah. And do that 2 more times. Ah. Once more. When you're ready, you can start to deepen the breath. You can start to wiggle your fingers and toes, rotate your wrists and ankles, caress your body, squeeze your body a little, stretch out if you want. Ah, yeah. When you're ready, you can come back to sitting and open your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it for a moment. Notice what you're experiencing in your body and your energy. And do that 2 more times. Once more. Yes. If you could give that feeling a word or two, what would it be? Yum. Ron says, my burden is lifted. Yay. And says, shining and glowing. All right. Pauline says, blissfulicious. Yeah, I love it. Stick around. We're still going to do some more mega clearings here in just a few minutes. Just going to wait and see what other people are saying here. VS says, my body is energized and vibrating. Yeah. Heather says, tingling. Love it. Michelle says, calm and neutral. All right. Yeah. Beautiful. So, that was a journey to the 5th dimensional realm here. And you're now able to journey to the 5th dimensional realm whenever you want. Oh, Michelle says blissed out in all capital letters. Yay. Sandra says peaceful and uplifted, and says strong and grounded. Maria says feeling very relaxed and vibrating. Yeah. So you're able to travel to the 5th dimension anytime you desire now. All you have to do is expand all the way out to infinite consciousness. Find, see a door with number 5 on it. Open the door, step into it. If you'd like to connect with your ascended self, just say, I intend to connect with my 5D ascended self. Connect with that being. Get some healing, get some guidance. Find the door with number 5 on it. Step out of it. Close the door. And then I would recommend grounding in whatever way that you find works best for you. So today we played in the 5th dimension. There are many dimensions. There's, contrary to popular belief, there's not infinite dimensions. Don't ever go down that road, because otherwise you'll be trapped forever. We found that there's about 352 dimensions. And the first 12 are the most relevant for you and your ascension process in our universe. And when I was looking at how I can best contribute to you and your ascension process, I was just really feeling and really getting that, helping you attune to and experience the first through the 12th dimensions and the healing functions of those dimensions would really help accelerate your evolutionary process really quickly. So I put together a 3-week live stream series called the first through 12th dimensional activations. Would it be all right if I just took about 5 minutes and shared that with you right now? Thank you. Let me just pull it up here. All right. Beautiful. So the first through 12th dimensional activation live stream series. Would you like to experience the first through 12th dimensions? Would you like to receive massive healing and transformation from these beautiful high vibrational realms? And would you like to learn how to access these realms on your own? If so, this class is for you. In this 3-week live stream series, you're going to journey to each of the first through 12th dimensions to receive healing for your energy field and physical body and literally your entire reality. You're going to receive messages and guidance from the beings that oversee these realms for the next steps in your life. And you're going to learn a simple way to access any dimension at any time for meditation, healing, guidance, or just to bliss out. So I've set this up in 3 classes. The first class is the Earth to Ascension dimensional activations, the first through 5th dimensions. So in this series, in this class, you're going to enhance your grounding, you're going to connect with the fairies and the nature realms, you're going to increase your abundance, and you're going to connect with the realm of the Ascended Masters. So you're really going to get that full embodiment and also take it to the level of ascension and enhance your reality here on the Earth plane. Class number 2 is the galactic dimensional activations. And in these realms, you're going to connect with some of the starseed races like the Syrians and the Andromedans and the Arcturians. You're also going to experience the realm of light, color, and sacred geometry for healing. You're going to experience the music and sound of the heavens to get your energy field back in alignment with Source. You're going to experience your galactic history and really get a download of that. And you're going to easily learn how to speed up and slow down time, which is such an amazing, powerful tool to have on this planet. So we're gonna journey to the 6th through 9th dimensions in class number 2. And in these classes, I'm going to go in depth into what each of these dimensions are, what their healing functions are, who are the beings that oversee the dimensions. So you're going to get great education on the 1st through 12th dimensions. And then in class number 3, we're going to go for the infinite creator and universal dimensional activations. So this is the 10th through 12th dimensions. You're going to bring back wisdom from infinite universes to help you in this universe. Super powerful. You're going to experience and receive the light and love of the divine feminine, which allows you to open to more infinite receiving and stepping into being, into that state of total presence. You're going to learn to access the infinite manifesting power of the divine masculine creator energy. So you're going to enhance your ability to manifest very powerfully. And you're also going to balance the divine feminine and masculine within you. You're going to receive lifetime access to the video replays of each of these live streams, so you can revisit them anytime you like. So even if you can't make these classes live, still sign up because you're going to get those replays. And receiving the healing energies from the replays is just as effective as if you were there live. And when you sign up today, you're also going to receive a bonus healing video. And this is the Merkaba Ascension Light Body activation. I love this activation. It's so powerful. In the activation, you're going to have your Merkaba light body activated in a way that's going to support you in embodying and grounding all these first through 12th dimensional activations that you're going to be receiving in the 3-week series. When your Merkaba light body is activated, it enhances your physical health, it activates the anti-aging systems in the body, and it increases your manifestation abilities and the number of synchronicities in your life. It just really raises you to the next vibration really instantaneously. And you're going to get instant access to that Merkaba Ascension Light Body activation video when you sign up today. So really, is it time for you to ascend into the higher dimensions? If it is, come play and join us. Just click that click here to register button below. Normally, when there's a 3-week live stream series, it's $247. But today's price, it's only $147. So that's $100 savings. Love to have you come play. We're gonna have so much fun in this series, going through the 1st through 12th dimensions. We're going to journey to each one of them, connect with the healing master beings and consciousness that oversees each of the dimensions. You're going to learn about the healing functions and experience the healing functions of each dimensions. So it's just really going to heal and attune your body and energy field and raise your vibration to be in harmonic alignment with infinite source. Which, when you are in harmonic alignment with infinite source, your life just effortlessly unfolds and it flows as if by magic, and everything you desire to create just kind of easily shows up as if by magic. So come play. We're gonna have so much fun together. All right. I'm gonna get my video going again, and then we're gonna do some mega clearings here. Yes. Beautiful. So these clearings are just going to really help catapult you into your next level of ascension here. Everything that's holding you back from easily as if by magic ascending, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Everywhere you tell yourself you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're not worthy enough, or you're not deserving, everything, all that is, everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Yes. Reality reset. Everywhere you've decided you're broken and that there's something to fix in you, everything, all that is, and everywhere you locked any and all of that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Everywhere you decide you're unlovable and everything, everywhere you locked in all of that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Everywhere you think you don't have access to your spiritual gifts and abilities or your intuition, or that you can't access them, and everywhere you're holding yourself back from any and all of that, everything, all that is, and everywhere you locked any and all of that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Yes. Everywhere you think you can't ascend and have a physical body at the same time, everything, all that is, Everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. So that's something I didn't mention. Some people, you know, definitely a lot of people 15 years ago when I started, when I had my first major spiritual awakening, they were saying, well, you're going to ascend and you're just going to become light. You're going to leave your physical body behind. That is not true. We're actually bringing our physical bodies with us in the fifth dimension. We're accelerating the vibration of our energy field and our physical bodies. So we get to bring our physical bodies with us into this fifth dimensional reality, which is going to be so blissful, which is so blissful, and it's so pleasurable. Everything that would allow that, and everywhere you easily allow that, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. And everything that doesn't allow you to have a fun and joyful, blissful, amazing, and rewarding time on your ascension journey and your spiritual journey, everything, all that is, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Everything that doesn't allow your journey to be fun and pleasurable, and everywhere you locked in all that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Yeah. Reality reset. And everything that doesn't allow you to trust yourself, and everywhere you locked in all of that into your body, unlock, clear, and rich. Reality reset. Thank you so much for being here, friends. I love you all so much. I had so much fun playing with you today, and I look forward to playing with you again soon.